journey of self-discovery.
Exactly.
What about you? What's the shortest amount of time that you should wait?
I usually, everybody I ended up doing it with was like 6 months or over.
Okay.
I've never had a one-night stand.
You're a fucking liar.
You think I'm a liar?
I was gonna just call you out on that
You
because
think
you
I'm
just
lying?
said the guy you were
You
with was
waited.
6 months.
Yeah.
And you haven't touched him yet?
We literally just did it. And I don't have to fucking
I call
lie.
bullshit.
I don't have to fucking lie. Honestly, if I'm being fucking for real, I did have sex with him literally now, and now we're going to Italy next month for my birthday, and I think I might end up really being with this guy.
Wait, so the quickest you've hooked up with a guy was 6 months?
Yes. You guys, everybody can think I'm a liar. I don't give a damn.
So
I know me.
So you haven't done 5 months or 4 months, which 3? That's even a
No.
long time. Haven't done that.
No.
Also, oral counts.
Is it what count?
Oral counts.
Oral counts. Oh no, I don't even like giving head. I like receiving it.
Did he give you head before then? Did he give you head before
Oh,
then?
yes, he did. So there's.
How long is
Okay,
that?
that's
6
sad.
months?
Okay,
Come
okay.
How
That was
long?
that was like 2 months in, 3 months
Total
in. So
bullshit.
Yeah.
no,
dude,
on God, I swear to God, I'm not even
So he
capping.
gave you head and that was that. No, like
This is
nothing
this is
else.
so much coke.
I
so
swear
much
to
coke.
God, you guys are not even knowing. People that actually know me know that this is how I am.
Wait, hold on. And you're a sex worker.
This
though,
guy's
right?
giving you,
That's
taking you
what
to
I was
Italy.
gonna
and
say.
you
You're a
don't
sex
even-
worker, right? Like stripper. You
I used to strip. I
you
don't
do
strip anymore.
You used to, but you do
Yeah.
OnlyFans.
Yeah.
When you were a
well,
stripper,
OnlyFans is like me, like
Wait, so
basically twerking.
your like moral compass is that's like you'll do like stripping and all that, but like one night stand, it's just totally off the table.
I think that is so different.
I mean, it's possible, but it's typically
Having one night stands, that's like totally different
Okay,
from
how about
stripping.
okay, fine. You hooked up with a guy on the 3rd date and you dated him for 3 years. That's never really. You dated them for a couple of months or a couple of years, really?
few weeks.
Every guy.
when you were a stripper, did you do
That's so
extras?
bullshit.
No,
Okay.
no, I'm not a prostitute, so I don't. Nothing.
See, at least you know that that's prostitution.
That's prostitution.
So
Honestly,
many-
you
so
guys
many
can
strippers who
believe
say
whatever
that
the hell you
that's
guys
not.
want to
It's
believe,
wild.
but I know what the hell I did. I shake ass, and that's the most I fucking did. So, and that's what I do on my OnlyFans. If you guys want to subscribe, go ahead. Feel free to. You'll see a bunch of ass.
Wait, can I ask you a question? So, like, if you heard a stripper tell you, because you worked in how many clubs?
Like 8.
8 different clubs.
Yeah.
So, if like a stripper came up to you and she told you she was a virgin, would you believe her?
There's a possibility. There's those rare few. I mean, I started like.
Which way
stripping
would
at-
you lean, though?
Huh?
Which way would you lean?
Well, obviously, everybody's gonna be looking at her. You're a stripper. Everybody assumes that strippers are like what, whores? But that's not the case.
Well, so it is. Look, I'll even grant that it is possible a woman could, I suppose, jump a few steps ahead and become a stripper, but still be a virgin. It could happen.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe it has. In fact, it probably has happened. But it's kind of like it's like, oh, somebody just jumps straight into like shooting heroin. It's like, well, did
stripping?
you do?
You're gonna compare stripping to shooting heroin?
No,
No,
what I'm
yeah.
trying to say,
Kinda like
it's
the
like
leeway into it.
the
Yeah,
like
he's saying that there's
escalation.
there's a lead into it.
It's all how you look at stuff. It's all how you do stuff. So pretty much, yes, I was
True,
stripping.
but you agree with me that there's patterns for how people usually do stuff.
Yeah.
And one of those patterns is like if you're a hard drug addict, you usually started with softer drugs. If you're somebody who's
Like a
in
gateway
sex,
drug.
yeah. If you're somebody who's in sex work, you usually had kind of a graduated experience from promiscuity to this, right?
She was a
there's
Jehovah's
still,
Witness.
in other words, there's still patterns.
Unless they're doing it out of like necessity, like they're in a financial bind or something, they have no other choice. You know what I mean? Like maybe they became a stripper for that reason, and they don't like enjoy it per se.
No,
but,
that's
like,
not usually the pattern,
Never.
though,
I have
right? That
friends
would
that have
be
done it for that
so. I
reason.
think that would usually be the outlier to the pattern. I'm
Yeah.
not saying again that's not
Yeah.
possible and doesn't happen. I'm sure it does. Brian would concede that does.
Do you think like every stripper does it because they enjoy it genuinely?
No.
if a girl
So,
is stripping,
hang on.
there's-
Hang on. Let me respond real quick. So, to your question, nothing's a monolith. It's not saying all cases of all things always are X, right? That would be absurd.
Yeah.
You just can't ever make the human behavior's super complex, so you can't always make those determinations. But what I can say is that human beings are pattern recognition machines, and that is what we are. And that's how you can predict that you're in a safe area. That's how you can make, and you're almost always right about these things, right? Because you predict it based on patterns. The same thing occurs with stripping, sex work, drug addicts, addictive behavior. And you know this because you can make predictions based on these things.
Okay.
Right?
Making predictions, that's judging a book by its cover. Like usually what doctors usually do is making an educated guess.
Yeah, I'm sorry.
And I thought
mean,
that you
that's
were just
no
talking
idea
about
what
Look, that's
is the backstory.
That's true, but there's all sorts of times where judging a book by its cover is just fine. Like, let me give you an example of that. A guy runs in with a rifle and a ski mask into a store. He might not be robbing the store, right? Is that not correct? He might not be robbing the store, right?
I mean, it's a bit different.
9 times out of that's
a girl that
Oh, wait a second.
But-
Why are you judging a book by its cover?
Because he's-
That's a. Wait a second. That's unbelievable that you would do
It's because
that.
he's trying to harm someone. A stripper's not trying to hurt
Wait,
anyone.
harm? Wait.
Yeah.
We haven't established
But it
he's
can
trying
be
to harm
assumed.
anyone.
But it
We
can
haven't
be assumed
established
because
he's.
that's like a fight or
You're
flight. If someone runs in
assuming,
with a
right? You're
gun.
assuming.
If someone
You're
runs in
ass-
with a weapon,
you're-
yes,
Okay,
then
here,
you
let me give you an
assume. That's
easier
fight or flight.
example. You're walking down the street at night, okay, and there's a group of men who are walking towards you, and you cross the street. Aren't you making a shitload of assumptions?
Again, that's a woman alone at night,
So?
in the middle of the street. One's a woman in a strip club doing her
Making
job.
tons of assumptions.
Right, but one's like a matter of safety. Both of those were.
So what? Everything's a matter of safety.
A stripper?
Every predictive model you come up with is a matter of safety. What are you talking about?
How is that
You
for
actually
stripping,
willingly
though?
going to the strip club. So how is that a
Everything.
matter of
Okay, tell
safety?
me what you do that isn't a matter of safety. Honestly, when you make a predictive model based on how you judge people
If I
or
were a
judge your
stripper.
surroundings, yeah, that wouldn't be a safety issue.
How?
You wouldn't want like bouncers around, things like this.
But what? Okay, but back to the initial question, though. I don't understand. Like,
Back to the fact that we're pattern recognition machines. Because we're pattern recognition machines, we pick up patterns all the time, nonstop. We make all sorts of judgments on people all the time for our own personal safety.
that might be wrong, right?
Yeah, of course.
So assuming she went into sex work because she was already promiscuous.
okay,
you know?
but I'm not saying that they couldn't be wrong. But I'm giving
Right.
you examples of where you could be wrong when a guy runs in with a mask, or
those are
if a
matters of
guy,
safety.
if you hop into a car that's making loud banging noises, right?
Safety
You
again,
could be
yeah.
complete everything
But
safety.
not a
What isn't
stripper, a
safety?
stripper.
How is that not
Not a
safe? I
stripper,
don't
really.
understand how that's not safety
Because
related.
she wasn't promiscuous prior. She might not have been. She might have been going into it because of necessity.
Yeah, but
That's
your
not-
value. Okay,
nothing
wait,
pertains-
stop.
Help me
We're
understand
talking
how
past
that
each other.
pertains to safety.
You're making a value judgment, right? Why would you be making a value judgment on if someone's a sex worker or not? It's because you think, okay, wait a second, there might be a problem here. Might be an
Right.
issue here.
An issue? What do you mean an issue?
Yeah.
What's
Well, like, I don't know, if you were dating and someone says, oh, I'm a sex worker, now you're worried about what?
Using that sex
Hang
worker
on,
term is
let me
crazy.
answer the question. Okay, now suddenly it's, oh, she might have STDs. Oh, she might have venereal disease. She might, or she might be very promiscuous, or all. Those all seem like they're very much safety related to me.
but
That's
how-
if you go to that point to end up trying to have sex with a stripper. What strippers are exotic dancers.
Yeah, but what I'm
I
talking
dance,
about
I
is
entertain.
value judgments, which are generally made.
saying how it could affect you is what you're saying.
Yeah,
Well, they're
that's
not-
how we make all value judgments.
They're not just dancers. I mean, you buy a dance, you go in the back room, they sit on your lap, and all of that. So
Yes, I think we're just
that's
talking
promiscuous.
past each other.
But
So
I
maybe
think
we
it's the same.
can.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah,
though.
yeah,
I do. Like that it's like basically what's her past because of what she does, which I don't think is like always accurate, of course. But I do see what you're saying
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
about how like there's a risk associated because there's an image that
Right.
people
Right.
see.
And so because of this risk which is there, that's why value judgments are there, right? It's the same reason I think that women will cross the street if they're alone at night and there's, two men walking towards them, and I don't think there's anything wrong with it. Right? I think that they're making a value judgment even though it's probably wrong. In fact, it almost always will be wrong. Almost every single time. But I don't blame them for doing it. I don't blame them for making that value
Maybe the
judgment.
same thing with your judgment is wrong with possibly, I don't know how you judge exotic dancers, but maybe your judgment is wrong for that.
Yeah.
Do you think that
but-
exotic
but-
dancers are like
But even if I
forced?
conceded that was true, that really wouldn't negate my point, which is that we make these value judgments based on patterns that we see. So whether or not I judge them wrongly or not wrongly or whatever, that really wouldn't matter to the point of we're judging based on patterns that we see. So usually if we see a stripper, you would agree with me that in most cases, there was probably escalations which led to this. In most cases, it was not I'm 18 and I grew up on the farm and I just can't wait to get to the club. I can't wait, Dad. I can't, come on, Fido. We're going to go take the cab to the strip club in the city. I can't wait. Like, that's not the normal story, right? The normal story is single mom, abused in the home, all sorts of things like this, escalations which led up to promiscuity. These are the common stories which are heard, and the common stories which people hear, not, oh, I was a little house on the prairie and I just couldn't wait to go take off my clothes in front of a bunch of men in a club. That's not usually what you hear, right?
When you say exotic dancers, do you not think strippers are sex workers?
I
Because he
think
keeps, yeah.
it's different. Like the club that I used to work out a lot was Sam's, and like I didn't even take off my top.
Well,
like,
what's a sex worker?
I consider, like, I guess I'm a dancer. I'm an exotic dancer. I'm an entertainer. I don't consider myself a sex worker.
Yeah, well, I know, but my question was, what is a sex worker?
A prostitute? I don't know.
When
That's
men
it?
go to a strip club, what do you think
Wait,
they're there
hang
for?
on, wait. What? Like, so like somebody who's doing corn, right? Okay, I have to use the word because we're on YouTube. Okay, so, but they have like no partner. It's just them.
Oh, wait, that's a
right?
sex worker. I guess women that are doing porn.
Is
Porn?
that prostitution?
Well, they're getting paid for it, so to a certain extent.
So if you're getting paid for some type of provocative sexual act,
Well, it's kind of, I
you're-
can kind of compare it to like a burlesque show, like if I'm just dancing with a sexy outfit.
Well, no, it's intent. So, I mean, we have a distinction in intent. It's just like with art. You say, oh, there could be some men who, if they go and they see a nude model, they get, they get very, riled about that. It's like, okay, but there's an intent distinction, right? So the intent distinction, if you're stripping at a club, is to make men's penises hard, right?
Well, that is.
I mean,
usually the
let's
intent,
just like
but-
be blunt, right?
Yeah, that's usually the intent.
That's what
but I'm
it is.
saying
That's what. Hang on, and that's your intent. You're not going there because you just want to listen to the music, right? You're going there because your job is to make a dude's penis hard.
My job is to look good, get money, and shake some ass.
Yeah, and
so,
you do that by
dancing.
by-
I actually, and at Sam's is not actually
that.
you sitting on man's lap. There's
how
no
much
lap
more
dances.
like disingenuous can you possibly be? Your job as a stripper is to make men's penis hard. Yes or no?
Nobody says I have to be touching them.
Okay, yes or no?
It's not that easy. You
Yeah,
gotta
no.
just say
So
it like
yes
that.
or no? Oh, it's as easy as saying no. Then, no, that's not your job.
No, but
Hey,
apparently if they're from afar and they're watching me and their dick gets hard, apparently then it is what the hell it
Apparently.
is.
So all those men are coming in because they just can't wait to see your moves.
Hell yeah.
Is there any other lies you want to give me, or?
I'm not giving no damn lies. I'm
Oh,
telling the
okay. So
truth.
you get hired at a strip club because men want to go in and watch you dance, or do they want to see your naked body, or do they want to see as much
You're talking
flesh
about
as they
nude
can?
clubs. I don't work at nude
Even
clubs.
if you're not working at a nude club, if you're working just as like a bikini barista, do you think that men are going in to?
Obviously, they want to see good-looking women.
Right,
with, like,
they
a
want to
nice
see as
body.
much flesh as they possibly can. What,
No
so what
one's
is-
going to Hooters
Yeah,
for their chicken
so what is their
wings,
job?
okay?
They go to
to
the
look
dances.
fucking good.
Yeah.
No, their job's to make the dude's penis hard.
You're getting ones
There's
thrown at you,
nothing
right?
wrong with that.
Yeah, right. But can you just concede that it's true? You still can't concede that it's. I mean, it's so obviously true that the job of these women is to make these men riled up sexually. That's the job, right?
Okay, that's okay. Yes.
Yes.
So?
So how's that not sex work?
I don't know. I don't consider it sex work.
But is sex work a bad? You know what I mean? I don't think we have to associate it as a bad
Saying
thing.
it's
Even
sex
if it
work,
is,
the
that's
way that it
okay.
comes off, it just sounds like a little bit off-putting.
Yeah, I'm
Excuse
sure
me.
you don't like the label because you fit under it, right?
I don't fit under it.
You do fit under. If you were a stripper, you're a sex worker. You meet every criteria for it. Your job is to be sexually provocative, to get men sexually riled up. Your work was sex related. That
think
was
what
the work.
she's-
So
I
if
think
you
she's
hang on. So if your
limiting the
work,
act or not.
hang on, if your work is sex related, you are therefore a
Entertainment.
Yeah. Okay. Got it.
Entertainment.
Yeah.
I think what she's trying to say is she
Is there
doesn't
like
actually
is there
perform
professional
the
coping
sex.
in that type of entertainment? Anyway, what were you
Entertainment.
I
saying?
think what her